So guys, I guess this is part 11 of the office renovation project. Just to give you a bit of a rundown, in part 10, we did the first coat of paint on the cupboards. Since part 10, I've gave them a nice sand and gave them a second coat, as well as gave them a third coat too, so I've got the coverage that I want. It's kind of funny here, the cupboards look white compared to the brown wall background, but actually really they're closer to kind of like this color on the chip. Now the color does match everything, it's fine, it's just the way the color looks in comparison to the dark walls. I'm going to two-tone the doors. I'm going to put the doors to be in roughly this color. Partly to do with just to give it a bit of a break, kind of an accent. And second, I actually have a gallon of the paint that I was going to use on another room that I might as well use on, at least part of it anyway, on this one. But guys, of course, now the paint's all dry, we can proceed with the next step. And of course, the next step to this whole project will be cutting the desktop. I've drawn a line on here, roughly 3 feet from that wall, which should be ample room for the printer to sit on by far. And I've got like 7 feet here that between that point there and this wall that I've got desktop, so that's ample room for me and my between the laptop and the computer, as well as I'm going to have to relocate my filing cabinet, but that's no big deal. I can work around that. So of course there's several ways you can go about cutting this. You can use a handy dandy handsaw, or you can use a reciprocating saw. You can use one of your Dremel tools to get in there and buzz the line. You can use your circular saw if you want, just you're not going to be able to get tight with the wall. But for me, I'm going to use my Black & Decker 3.2 amp variable speed jigsaw, and of course it'll be same with that. I'll end up having to use my Dremel for the last couple inches because I won't be able to get tight to the wall. But yeah, this jigsaw I've had for probably 12 years now, and still keeps on going. Now, the only thing I've had to do to it in the time that I've had it has been the cord end. It broke, but given it was, that's kind of normal maintenance on any type of a tool. Eventually you will have to put a cord end on it. But guys, so let's wind out the electrical, get it over here, and then we'll start cutting. Well guys, there you go. I used my jigsaw to make the majority of the cut. Then I used my handy dandy little Dremel for the final part of the cut. Just the last half inch or so that I couldn't get the jigsaw in because of the wonderful safety guard, or if you want to call it, the jigsaw has. Of course you could modify that or cut it to take it off, but hey, it's there for a reason, so that's fine. But next thing we're going to have to do is of course clear off the top here, and then crawl underneath and undo. Each bracket here has 2 screws, and there are 6 screws altogether because there would have been another bracket right about in there somewhere, but I took it out for the cabinet. So yeah, we'll undo those screws, give this old heave-ho out the back door, and then putty them holes. So guys, there you go, I got the screws all out. She's pretty much just hanging there. You give them a good old tug, and there you go, she's pretty much off the wall. And yeah, you can kind of get to see a look at the holes and stuff that I'm going to have to putty. There's a set of holes there and a set of holes here. And of course, a set there and there. No real big deal to putty, not a real big issue. Well guys, here we're back in the old office here. Of course, we're looking at the second fill on, you know, the screw holes and all that good stuff on the walls. And she's looking fairly well. Just going to give her a light sand here and see how she, you know, shapes up and all that good stuff. And if she looks acceptable, then yeah, we'll take her to the next step and throw some paint on the walls and all that. You know, if I can get her painted tonight, then it's a very, very strong possibility that tomorrow we can, you know, start on the trim work and all that. But yeah guys, I'll just give this a bit of a sand and then we'll do a final inspection on her. Well guys, as you can see there, I've given the areas a sand and a bit of a sand of course around the area where I'll be painting. So yeah, we'll pretty much kind of give the wall a wipe down. We'll give the floor a good sweep, getting rid of all the drywall dust, all the cuttings and stuff like that. And then we'll do a bit of a wipe down on the walls to get rid of any dust that's on the walls, because pretty much the paint is going to stretch from here going down, of course, fixing the spots here where I changed the gable end idea, and stretching from there all the way across the bottom of the cabinets here, pretty much. We'll see how it goes, probably stretching from there all the way here and all the way back to, you know, around this spot here, and then up again underneath to get into those spots there. So I'll be pretty much painting, if you will, the whole bottom half of this room, which is no big deal. I figured I was going to have to do touch-ups anyway. But with the removal of the other half of the desktop, I've had to bump that up. But hey, what's another half a tray of paint when you've already got the roller and the paintbrush dirty? So guys, let's do a bit of a cleanup on here, get things clean, and yeah, let's get at her. Well guys, a little bit of a check-in for you here. We've got everything wiped down, cleaned off. Pretty much good to go for the paint on the walls, like I showed you there before. I'm going to put something over top of the furnace register there just to keep any dust from blowing up onto the fresh paint. But yeah, I think we're pretty much on a schedule here to have paint on the walls all the way around, you know, wrapping up to here, and you know, by the end of this evening, and then tomorrow evening or so, we can start putting on the moldings and trim and all that. Then pretty much all that's really left is to do the paint on the doors and you know, the desktop, lay down the material for that. Of course there's going to be some prep here. I got to putty the holes, sand it all down, of course. Using it as a workbench, I've got gobs of paint on it that all have to be removed. It has to be clean, you know, and not rough, but seams like this need to be dealt with. And of course little holes, drill holes, have to be, screw heads all have to be puttied and all that for it to, you know, do a proper job. But yeah guys, of course, just doing a bit of a check-in here, and let's get at her. Well guys, a bit of a check-in for you. As you see here, I am probably about almost halfway through the retouch on the wall here. I've kind of gone all the way along, gone up here between the window and the cabinet, and as you see here where it stops, just starting on this section of wall here. It's kind of neat when you look at the paint here. It looks like it doesn't match, but really it actually dries a little bit darker than what's pictured, you know, or what you see here. So, as well as this paint too has had whatever it is, 4 months, 5 months to age, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go all the way along here, like I said, all the way along this wall, and then touch up a little bit underneath of there. But we'll see how she goes. We'll give her a good dry time and maybe end up doing another coat on the old retouch. But yeah guys, hey, we're moving right along here at this pace. We might actually meet our deadline. Well guys, there you go. Got it pretty much the touch-up done on these walls here. Of course, painting all the areas that were nicked, gouged, you know, screw holes, all that wonderful stuff, pretty much all the way around. Yeah, like I said, I ended up painting the whole wall from about, you know, yay down, you know, up kind of in there-ish, right? And of course, there'll be some work, like I mentioned there on the desktop. There'll be a what I'm going to call is a backsplash kind of going all the way along here. Probably painted in probably the same color as the window here, this darker color, kind of to anchor it in. And then there'll be a little lip right here on the edge of the counter. I'm going to double up. I'm going to double up here just to get some secure for the lip. But yeah, things are going fairly decent here. You know, like I mentioned there before, that you know, it's kind of nice to be back on this project, see it taking shape again after having a break. But hey, that's the way she goes, right? But guys, of course, I'm going to end her all here. So that was pretty much it for part 11 of the office renovation video. So as always, thanks for watching Max Bell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.